Welcome back, truth seekers. We are back on this channel with the shocking truth behind the glamorous world of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our channel. Once more, we are here to serve some hot piping tea that will burn harder for Meghan and Harry than one California wildfire. Today, we've been wading through the scandal currently shaking the foundations of what is being referred to as the charitable empire built by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Full-on, nuclear-level exposure of their potentially full-blown scam and fraud by the IRS when it comes to their shady AF Archewell charity. Yes, that's right. Those two grifters have been shamelessly using their American non-profit to furiously virtue signal to the world that they're modern-day humanitarians. The truth is coming out, and it is ugly. Archewell, the charity Harry and Meghan have helmed as the vehicle for global change, was just seriously blasted by the California Attorney General. It has since come out that Archewell is fully delinquent, not in good legal standing, and cannot solicit or distribute any money to charity until they clean up their act. How's that for one hell of a fall from grace? This makes moot so much of what the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have worked on, positioning themselves as leaders in philanthropy and compassionate humanitarians. The couple's bids to cast a public image of benevolence and altruism are now under very serious scrutiny. This scandal may hamper their reputation and public confidence in their philanthropy. And so, before we go tumbling headfirst into this revelation tempête, please do hit that subscribe button right now. You'd not want to miss the explosive content that we have in store here for you. We are committed to delivering the truth, no matter how shocking and unsettling it might be. Now for the juicy details. It is this hysterically delicious karma that is due to hit these two pretend royal schemers in the most sensitive spot of all, their cherished public image and their adoring public. You just know Meghan is fuming that her years-long campaign to mastermind a public image of herself as some saintly Mother Teresa figure is reduced to dust. For years, she's worked incredibly hard to make sure her image to the public is that of a really modern-day saint, there to always lend a helping hand, always there to help those in need. But now, apparently, this could have possibly been just a facade. The reasons for the major scandal related to Archewell still seem to have a lot to do with the questions of integrity on the couple's part and the authenticity of their charitable work. Were they really committed to change, or was it just PR? Their philanthropy's work was followed by allegations of financial mismanagement and even fraud claims. Should the charity really indulge in these fraudulent activities, this could have some serious legal consequences for Harry and Meghan. Peel back yet more layers on this scandal, and we are back to the bigger picture. This does not only reflect on Harry and Meghan, it reflects on the trust and faith other people have in organizations that claim charity. Sometimes, it ruins good work that other legitimate organizations take part in because it only spreads general mistrust where people think such controversy will readily catch up with nonprofits. They just can't keep up the phony philanthropist branding when their supposed charity gets called out as being derelict in following basic protocols and regulations. So maybe they should worry less about weirdly still calling themselves the Duke and Duchess on their websites and speeches and more about being legit with their so-called philanthropic work. All that for both of you, for imagining that you could trade on your fuzzy royal fame, just glide along without actually doing anything in real work life that was inspiringly worth doing. Meanwhile, cruising on an unearned pat on the back, a fawning media told us what generous souls they were in the name of the common good. Most of it, however, was a hit-and-run branding exercise. There was nothing substantive behind. A glossy exterior of charity efforts, a far more galling reality. Crucially, in making these points about Archewell's current predicament, there are deeper insinuations. Either there is something much shadier afoot here, where they were holding back disclosures and trying to hide the true activities of the charitable arm, or Archewell was so clearly disorganized to the point of negligence in failure to properly pay fees and file paperwork on time. Both reek of the typical arrogance of Harry and Meghan, a belief that they are better and above all the millions of basic rules and protocols that bind everybody else. This has been the mentality that has made them not revere the monarchy itself. Meghan joined the royal family like some deluded celeb who thought she could do whatever she wanted and didn't have to follow those fuddy-duddy, old-fashioned guidelines. Now, in the cold light of the real world, where the IRS and the state of California regulate, such cavalier dismissal of accepted norms and protocols is about to bite them. The jig, as they say, is officially up at this point. The IRS and the state of California have pulled back the curtain so that everyone could see these two self-proclaimed philanthropists for the sloppy, corner-cutting grifters they really are. Their failure to comply with legal requirements isn't small fry, it's a trashing of the basic principles of accountability and transparency that should underpin any charitable organization. What is more, this scandal can affect their brand and future ventures in a really big way. This is because many donors and supporters who may have been giving to the Archewell mission may now be considering whether their donations have really been making an impact on those causes or whether they were simply for the couple's lavish lifestyle. Trust is always hard to repair once lost or broken, and therefore this could place Harry and Meghan years behind in the development of their gigantic. It thereby consigns itself to the all-too-common script of hubris, feeling privileged, of attracting fame and influence more to a grounded commitment to real hard work. Maybe it and others who feel that they are above the rules will learn a lesson from this. True philanthropy demands much more than just a famous name and good intentions, it demands dedication, responsibility, but above all, integrity. Archewell is, thus, not only delinquent but also in serious danger of penalties and of losing its status as a non-profit altogether should it not get these issues fixed and quickly. That could amount to huge fines, losing status as an official charity or being outed as a sham organization. Instead of reaching its goals of substantive humanitarian aid, Archewell looks as if it is actually boosting the egos and PR of Meghan and Harry. All these platitudes of dedication to helping the underserved and giving a voice to the voiceless now wear hollow. It would be hard for Meghan and Harry, if their non-profit registration for Archewell were revoked, to keep up the charade of being dedicated do-gooders and global ambassadors for change. It would, indeed, be what would put the lie to them at last and reveal them for the charlatans so many have long believed them to be. They seem to just float along, using the charity's high-profile status to get easy PR hits, soaking up the self-congratulatory sycophancy. Enter Meghan's factitious need for attention and suffering. In her case, the charity was a means of image burnishing and social efficacy to distinguish her as a legitimate social justice warrior. It would prove that the organization's humanitarian endeavors are skin-deep. On the other hand, Archewell could well be a lesson in exactly what happens when charitable works are used to aggrandize oneself rather than done from philanthropic means. The organization should put its own house in order and refocus on its mission if the worst is not to be averted. But, to no small degree, the follow-through, that is, the doing of the actual complying with the financial regulations, filing of reports, and, in general, towing ethical lines, was a great deal of work and too great an irritant to seriously consider for someone whose personality was as brazenly self-absorbed and petulant as Meghan's. Her actions epitomize blatant disregard for the responsibilities that come with her status and, rather, dwell on personal gain and public image. And at this point, Harry wasn't much of a catch either, clearly staying on brand as the easily manipulated puppy dog who will go along with anything this greedy, status-chasing wife of his demands. The situation is not helped by Harry's apparent blind eye to the shadowy administrative management or financial irregularities that would seem to envelop them. Indiscreetly trusting the missus and her squad of vicarious yes-women to run a morally sound ship, he is blind to scratch beneath the surface and uncover the dirty laundry that would best be kept under wraps. What a drip! His naivete and failure to act as a devil's advocate and second-guess the motives of those people around him do nothing but increase the skepticism that the public has as to their true motives. This questions the seriousness of these practices about accountability and transparency. They appear to be more focused on keeping an attractive profile rather than following principled practices. This shows that not only are they being insolent to the public but also tearing down trust that they had built in the past. This is the antithesis of the very values that they are known to espouse, and it is nothing short of a tragedy to those masses who had faith in their empty promises of transformation and modernization. So what do you guys think about it? Please drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you believe they can redeem themselves, or has this been another chapter in their ongoing saga of scandal and controversy? So stay tuned to our YouTube channel because there are unbelievable stories and scandalous exposés. The place supreme. Don't forget to like, share, and, of course, subscribe so that you're updated on what's next with the royal family. Our aim is to keep you aware and entertained with the most captivating news and inside scoops. Well, thank you for watching. We will meet again with some exciting news on the royal family. Until the next time, goodbye for now.